Hello friends, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Nanda Deep Eye Hospital and Phaco Training Center. And in this video, I'll be speaking about a case of hypermature cataract with some calcified spots and with a small pupil. So, a 80-year-old lady, completely deaf but very cooperative for topical anesthesia. And I started off the surgery, staining under the air. And important thing to note here that I pushed some dye under the iris as well, so that later when I dilate this pupil with pupil expansion device, you will find that the capsule under the iris is also stained. So this is a very important trick, so that you don't get unstained capsule under the iris. And I am going to use Hylucoat, which has a combination of chondroitin sulfate 4% and 3% hyaluronate. And it is very important to use good OVD for such cases, because it not only protects the endothelium but also maintains the space in the anterior chamber. I am going to use the BHEX pupil expansion device devised by Dr. Suven Bhattacharjee. Excellent device made up of polyamide. And what I am doing differently here is that that leading flange has gone on the left side of the main incision. This helps me in implanting this BHEX just by using one side port incision like this. So for the sub-incisional one, I go from the left side port. I use the Sinskey to negotiate this small pupil, and then I hook it around the iris like this. So if you put the first flange right in front of the incision, main incision, then you have to use two side port incisions to push the rest of the flanges. So as expected, when I started off the rhexis, the milky fluid, which was the liquefied lenticular material, came out. And it is important to push the visco beyond this fluid so that it clears off. Many times we push in visco from the incision, but it just mixes with that whitish fluid and makes the view very hazy. And important thing I have mentioned in earlier videos also, to use the forceps and go tangentially. So every time we have to try to pull this flap tangentially rather than pulling it centrally. When you pull it centrally, there is a stress on localized part of zonules which might be weak, and also the anterior capsule is very redundant, so it will not provide good contraction. So always go tangentially. So this is the area where there are more calcified spots, and Dr. Nito once told this in discussion that in these cases many times in the inferior part there are more fibrotic plaques or more calcified spots, so we have to be a little careful in that area. So now the capsulorhexis is complete. I found that the zonules are not that weak in this case, but still I have to be very careful because this is a hypermature cataract and there will be some amount of weakness of the zonules. Now I am washing off some amount of Hylucoat here because I don't want it to plug the phaco tip and cause a corneal wound burn. And now I start off with my technique of, this is like a horizontal chop. You can see that I have bent my 1.25 mm Sinskey a bit, so that this is a deep set eye, so I can negotiate that better and go through the corneal incision and have better ergonomics for my hand position. And what I am going to do here is use the longitudinal phaco power along with torsional, bury that tip in the nucleus like this, and now you can see that the phaco power at this point is 0, but I am using the highest vacuum. So this is the foot switch control you should have before you tackle these type of cataracts. Again, going using the longitudinal phaco power, burying the tip deep inside, and then using the horizontal chopping method using the blunt Sinskey. The advantage of using blunt instrument here is that even if I touch posterior capsule by mistake using this Sinskey, nothing is going to happen. So rather than using the sharp choppers, you can simply use this blunt tipped Sinskey. So 1/4 of the nucleus is out now, and you have to keep rotating these pieces in front of the phaco tip so that you get least turbulence while taking out these pieces. I'm always checking the posterior capsular movement here, and so far the posterior capsule has behaved very well. It is very stable. I'm using 115 centimeters of irrigation pressure, and this is very important because if you are having some surge or the posterior capsule is redundant and it is coming anteriorly, then you have to always reduce the vacuum, refill the AC with the viscoelastic and go ahead. Now this is the temptation that we always have, that piece which is remain along the incision. So rather than using the phaco tip to release it, it is better to use the non-dominant hand, the instrument in the non-dominant hand to release it. That avoids any anterior chamber collapse. So with the start of the coaxial IA, I just removed the remaining hyaluronic coat. You could see that it was still coating the endothelium, and that is going to give the patient very clear, crystal clear cornea in the post-operative period, and this patient is going to see immediately after the surgery. For this patient it is a life-changing experience. Patient is blind both eyes with this kind of hypermature cataract, and after this she is going to see the world, and the reaction of this patient is really awesome. So to remove the B hex, I just pull off one flange and then just push it away so that the flange under the incision also comes off the iris, and then we can pull it out. Very easy, very thin device to use. And important thing for IA again is to go into the angles of anterior chamber and also behind the IOL in the back, and to remove all the OVD possible from the anterior chamber. Most commonly the retained OVD is the cause for post-operative inflammation, and if you do this visco wash thoroughly, you will find that the patients are very comfortable post-operatively, as if nothing has been done to their eyes. They feel that they are not operated even. So that's the way to go with your surgeries. Thank you so much for kindly listening. For more such videos, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also visit our website phacotraining.org.in, and you can also submit your own videos for review and publishing on the website. We are looking forward to that. Thank you so much.